Hello everybody, how are y'all doing? Tori, I see you in chat. Hello, how are you? I can't see your chat fully because I have my waiting for awake. Yes, you are waiting for me. I'm here. I think I'm here. Am I streaming? Hello everybody, how are y'all doing? Oh yeah, oh, look at that, look at that. Sweet. Yeah. Hope everyone's having or had a good Monday. Yes, you are streaming. Yes, I know. So welcome back to the second week of the map analysis series. I think that's what I titled it. I don't remember. But today, or tonight, I should say, I'm going to be looking at the 6th and Exodus game that happened on Kharkov this Saturday, as well as WRTB and LEP that happened this past weekend as well. Power ranking. I would do power rankings, but the only issue is only like a third of the games were played this weekend. That's the big thing. That's like the big thing. Only like a third of the games were actually played, so I'm gonna hold off because, you know, we still need Merc and LGN to play. I think that's gonna be a good game, as well as I think LEP or not LEP, 9-man Rofs and D2. That's going to be on Foy with Ross's allies, so I'm very interested to see the outcome of that game. But I will resume power rankings after that. But yeah, I'm not going to do power rankings for like the 5 games that were played this weekend. But yeah, so we're going to start off with the 6th and Exodus game that happened on Kharkov this weekend. Don't know if I have Gusket's POV. I probably should pull up his POV. Hold on one second. I think he posted his VOD in the channel. He did. I'm just gonna go to like a relevant time. Hopefully he brings up his map and his POV. We'll go to that when we get to that. But yeah, we're gonna start off with this match right here. I really like it. All right, so with this match, this was the layout. Would say this is okay. First of all, this is a terrible layout with these 3 points. Like, this is just dog shit. Whoever loses St. Mary, and I will say this map is favored. Basically, this map is always favored towards Russians, in my personal opinion. It just kind of is. All 3 midpoints, for the most part, favor the Russians. You can kind of argue St. Mary is kind of 50-50. In that, but I'm pretty sure I think this is like Watermills or something. This favors Russians. Whatever fuck this point is favors Russians, but St. Mary is kind of like the most quote unquote even, and stuff like that. So as far as like what I usually do if I'm like 6th is obviously get like a garrison down over here. You can get a Gary down right here if you want, like somewhere like between like this area. You want like 2 Garys, and then obviously 1 flanking over here and 1 that way. EXO, similar. You always want one like right here, and we'll talk about this point of the map for EXO, of my opinion why they kind of lost this game, because I feel like they did have a fighting chance if they did what I'm about to say. And then like 1 over here, then like lumber and stuff like that. It's kind of just pretty basic and stuff.
They like to take the point.
Oh, there's Francis talking. Hey Lab, how are you doing?
It's gonna be a 6 first cap, but it's gonna be about the first
speed. We're gonna skip this because I didn't.
Well, so good initiative by them.
We're gonna go to basically post cap.
What did it just go down? Is that a tank? How much?
Might have been. Yeah, that was
Actually, we're gonna go to like what routes teams kind of goes.
By both teams. That's a little bit far on that. 6. Expecting someone to go down main road, which they don't.
Okay, whoever shot these rockets, also practice your rocket snipes.
More rockets coming in, just kind of nowhere near where anybody's at.
Wish I would have zoomed out.
So those...
This route that Kale's taking is probably the best route, in my opinion, that they could have took. And then you're always gonna get 1 over here and then 1 on this side of the road from the allies. That's just how it always works out.
There's the RD.
Yeah, like that's always gonna happen.
6 is establishing the cap.
I do like what EXO did. They kind of prioritized their flank,
But that's a lot of 6 guys.
maybe a little bit too much. Because look at all these fucking, like, look at the amount of 6 infantry right here, dude. Like, that is a lot, bro. Holy shit. And, like, there's, like, what, 2 squads up here? For 6th? Like, a recon and a SL, and then Bun to the south? Maybe a little bit of an overcommit on the north side, but I kind of get it because that is like your, quote unquote front door of your 4th point. If Collapse and Fish got some kills, like if they would have like stayed alive here longer and maybe push out to, okay, you can like kind of see this map. Yeah, just from like the manpower, 6 kind of just sent fucking middle. I'll go back to that actually. I'm gonna double check the map. You got a tank here, here, and here. I feel like this tank right here for EXO should have been on the main road. Because you can just watch this alleyway. I know it's kind of just like kind of getting fucked, but like having your tank like back here, just watching this alleyway would help out so much. This is like the Axis medium. And this medium's playing it safe, which you always have to do if you're the allied medium. The issue for EXO in this situation is they are, yeah, like the light tanks down here. But like the issue is they just work off of like these buildings right here on this X. And then they basically have full control of the west or east side. But like that's not in Capway. That doesn't do shit. Like it's just 2 guys that are getting fucked by all of EXO. This tank dies, which this is what I mean. Like this tank played way too aggressive. I think that's the light. Yeah, that's the Lux, I think. That tank just played maybe a little bit too aggressive. Here comes another Lux. I don't know what I'm doing here. I kind of fucked up everything at this point in the stream. Still have it on my screen. But they do a good job getting down OPs, I think. I think Ghost reset his OP. I don't know if he actually did reset his OP. He probably did. I feel like this... I think this is the medium. I think this is a tad bit too aggressive if you're EXO. You know, this light tank will go down, or maybe Loop kills him. No, this light tank should kill him. Yeah, this light tank kills him. See, like, that's just a little bit too aggressive for your tanks. You just need one holding down right here if you're EXO. Like, oh, fucking whoops in the chat. You just need to, like, have one Lux, like, holding down right here, and then having your other Lux probably just, like, right here, like, firing into the church. Like, that's honestly all you need to do is have, like, a Lux right there and a Lux right there, holding down this lane, holding on the point, and then have, like, your P4. Honestly, in my personal opinion, either back here or this close, and if not, maybe like somewhere over here or even farther back over here. Like that's where you kind of want to have your tank sit. Like the 2 lights, and then I don't know if they use the recon tank or not. It probably blew up. Who knows? Is Brittle camping there? I think he starts moving, Wolf. Yeah, see, he starts moving. But like that's where I would play my tanks, because like if you put your Lux right here, and like you just have like another Lux like right here on this crossroads just looking this way, and then having infantry like swarm up like in between and through the houses, like ATs aren't really gonna get a shot on you unless obviously this light tank that killed the other Lux came all the way around and killed this Lux and then maybe killed that one. Like that's just an easy like hold to have, and then having like your P4 play like I would say somewhere back here is just a little bit more safe. You're going to be dueling with this medium over here, but that's just how it goes on Kharkov. Like the medium for allies is always going to play on these houses. That's just how it works. There's Snow trying to rep. I'm pretty sure Snow gets cooked right here. Yep, there he goes. And then I think for like the next 5 minutes, Snow gets absolutely bullied. And this is like a problem that I saw I don't worry, I get your open field OPs. Yeah, like I think I pointed out on the stream, EXO did a good job of controlling this, so 6 didn't get any early like pressure onto lumber. But like you can already see the ground that 6 has made up. Like if obviously you divide this in half, like as soon as like EXO or 6 crosses down to like the middle of the E6 and F6 sections, that just is just like kind of like disaster for EXO to come. I know there's like another point in here that I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah, right here. Here, look at just Snow get fucking cooked right here. Look at this shit. Yep, there you go. Sorry, Snow. But yeah, like, I think the P4 dies? No, that was the light tank, I guess? Yeah, I guess it was the light tank. But I'm, like, kind of shocked that, like, this is what I mean by, like, this tank plays way too aggressive. None of these SLs reset their OPs by these 2 buildings. Like, if they, I think they had one back here, but, like, you need to get your OP across here. Like, yeah, this is only like what 15 meters of what you have to cross, but that is a long 15 meters. Like you get killed easily, as Snow found out. And then obviously AT is absolutely fucking up this tank's tracks. I'm pretty sure we also see the longest engagement of a medium fight from less than 100 meters I've ever seen in my goddamn life. I don't know what happened there. I'm pretty sure they got killed. Oh, here comes Snow. Immediately dies, dude. I'm sorry, Snow. Like, God, dude, this fight lasts so long. And this tank made a mistake just by backing up because it exposed more of its side. You didn't get the proper bounce angles, the auto bounce. Leb. Okay, there we are. But again, like EXO, if you're here, you have to control this section right here. Like you cannot lose this. It's very easy to lose when like your point is offset like that. Like if it was this point, it would be easier to push through like that. But since it's lumber, like this point becomes 10 times harder to maintain and hold. And here comes this light tank for whatever reason. Somehow Kenny Powers and Spectre don't kill each other. I don't know what this light tank is doing. Is this a duo? I feel like this has to be a duo light tank. But he kills it somehow. We're just gonna skip a little bit more. This map. Maybe I go to the map. 6 medium tank spots. I think he was non-penning. I have to be honest. I'm gonna go back to this map layout. I'm just gonna make this bigger on my end. I'm actually kind of shocked 6 doesn't have something like out here. That's like one thing I would just change. Like they have only one garrison in the actual 5 and 6 sector. Obviously they're gonna set one right there. Maybe C squad. There was a rendering issue with the T-34. I mean, this game has rendering issues regardless. It's console hella loose. It's pretty shit. Tushka, worst strike in the game. I don't see anything too wrong with 6. Maybe they needed more people to push this side of the road. I wonder if I can get to Guskets. When is this? 116. Brunel has map. Brunel has map right here. So this is at 118. This is the EXO side of things. Gary Network is decent around lumber. Probably should have had one up here just in case. I don't know where Item's OP is, but if Item does not set down their OP, obviously probably in midpoint. But like, you have to set it in between garrisons, in my opinion. So like, have Item put his OP right here. Maybe not in hard cap, unless you need people to quickly fall on it. So it's just kind of dependent. I think, I don't know. like hindsight's 2020. Like these OP stacked right here is bad. I mean, you're kind of like, I'm like pulling at straws right here, but like I've stacking OPs is pretty bad because like one person can just run up and destroy 2 OPs. This is fine up here where these EXO guys are at. Honestly, I would have had, I don't know, because like it's weird because I haven't really played the game religiously in a while. Honestly, having a backup Gary over here, which I think you guys do, would be beneficial, or having a Gary like somewhere back here as well, just because this Gary will get taken out. It just happens. It's how it works on this map. Come back to his POV when it's relevant. I just like my quality a tad bit better. I'm sorry, Gusky, I love you, but I'm back to my... we're just gonna skip a few more minutes. I will say this was a very interesting game to cast. I'm pretty sure I burned those OPs. Yeah, it's because they stacked on top of each other. Also, one thing, like if you want to stay alive in comp, don't sprint, just walk around. This is why teams are bad. Also, I'm not sure. I'm gonna be completely honest here for 8th, or not almost 8th, for 6th. I don't know why you have a tank out here. Like, you guys, like obviously you guys have your own strategies, but this is just an odd tank play. Just to have a heavy tank just kind of here with like maybe at the most, I'm gonna say 8 people with this tank. It's just an interesting play because like EXO can just build like an AT gun back here or an AT gun back here, or have a Tiger somewhere back over there and like just wipe it out. Sprinting okay then. I mean, I just don't personally sprint just because like you die, you get caught sprinting and you get shot so much in this game. Who the fuck? I don't know who's driving the supply truck right here, but that's a dangerous play. You're so lucky there's 2 SLs and then Wilco's finally coming around with the rocket, but doesn't do anything. There's Chari. Get Chari. No, I just think it's just a weird tank position. It's like look at this heavy tank. Like that's just way too aggressive. Like, yeah, it's not like it's pushing fucking lumber like some sort of blueberry, but I just don't agree with it because there's nothing over here except for a recon squad. That's the main issue right here. This tank is by itself with a recon squad. So like if, you know, a tank crewman has to hop out to repair or just get rid of a satchel and he dies, there's only 2 people in the area that can there's only 2 people in the tank that can deal with that, really. It's a weird unless there's like an OP right here, like I can understand that from 6th, but that's just kind of out of position. Like I would agree more with maybe holding this road where I squad is and then maybe slowly building something up more towards the east. Interesting how you're bringing the medium down here. Maybe let's engage something down there. I'm not really too sure. This is insane, by the way. Right here. Just everyone dies. This is a smart play by Capguns, by the way, and Fish. Capgun's just retreating because this Gary will get wiped out. It's just a smart play. Put your OP back to reestablish your garrison once it does go down. I really wish he got a knife on there. Tyranny with some big kills saves the Gary. That's huge from him. That's probably one of the plays of the game, in my opinion, right there, is saving that Gary for, you know, until it finally goes down later. But this is what I mean. Like, once you loot, like for EXO, you have to prioritize this corner with a little bit more guys. How you do your rosters and stuff, that's up to you, obviously. But like, look how many like 6 prioritize this. Like, yeah, 2 Garys are red, like that's okay, but that's not going to do shit for Saint Marie when you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 OPs around where a Gary should be on your end. That's just my interpretation of it. Because honestly, if I was 6, now this is obviously hindsight is 2020. They could have easily got a Garrison back here. With this point layout, like this honestly only works for like a lumber. I wouldn't really suggest for whatever fuck this giant hard caps like circle is called. But a Gary over here for like recon and sapper to reset, like dude, this is a fucking killer Gary. If EXO wasn't stacked like they were in the East, we would have pushed main around, pushed around really quickly. I mean, 6 put a lot of presence to doing that. Like, oh my god, I really wish that would have got the Gary. That would have been a nice clip. Also, I'm surprised that EXO didn't use more of the MG42s, to be honest. I don't get why people, this is just me speaking, I don't get why people don't build like a barricade for MGs. It makes no sense to me. It's probably one of the most useful things you can do in the game. Also, one thing for like this goes for just any team that plays in this map, like just build like a rep station behind houses. It can just be one. I mean, but obviously it just depends on the situation and stuff like that. This is a good tank kill, I think, from like the IS fucking botched this kill. That Tiger should have died, but I think he does go down to this IS. Yeah, but this Tiger should not have killed that tank. It should have been more communicated between the 2 tanks, and that tank should have backed up. Then as you can see, EXO is reestablishing stuff over here, but it's, you know, this is like looking good for 6. They got a nice like little like shell going towards lumber. They have their front line basically cleared out. Obviously they can build more Garys and stuff like that, but you know, you don't want to, I don't know what I'm saying. Loot up. I don't want to spend too much time on this match. I do want to get into the WRTB LEP game because that was a interesting game just quickly looking at it. Is this where we see the short? Oh, never mind. Hey, I thought we were gonna see the Chori knife again. I think I called this out in stream too, though. I'm pretty sure 6 also had just more intel the entire game than EXO did, just because they can push back into EXO's blue. And when you can get early pings on tanks and see what it is between Tiger and 76 or not 76, Tiger and P4, like right here, this is like good, and that was based off intel. I'm pretty sure they called out, "Hey, IS, just come and kill this P4. P4 dead. Go back to HQ. I'll see you in 2-3 minutes." Big Gary. IS smart to back up. See, now this is a better position for this tank to be in. You got OP, like attacking OPs, a garrison by the tank too, just to, you know, give it a radar. Like, this is a better position to be in as like before. I'm not gonna go back, but That's a better position. Only issues you have, nothing on the main road. You always kind of want a tank there. That's just my opinion. You don't have to take my opinions if you don't want to, but that's just that's what I would do if I was leading a team again. You just always want like a 1 or 2 defensive tanks, unless you have to push, like unless you are losing. All right, I'm gonna speed it up a little bit more, so don't and too much. I think that tank was just a little bit aggressive there. Yes. I don't know what you said in league chat, but yes. I have no idea. I mean, you guys didn't get fisted. Like, you guys still put up a fight. It's just, you know, just tighten up some things here and there. Yeah, that commander's ass. This is where it gets fucking dicey, though, if you're EXO. Like, when you get people pushing down these houses, these are some of the most fun fights, though, on this map, are these, like, houses, like, and all the way south here. Like, those are some of the most fun fights you can get in this game. And this recon tank was so close about killing the Gary, too. Like, he barely missed it. It's a good Gary spot right there, by the way. I think he does die to Cardi here with the rocket. Not sure why he got stuck on that, because geometry and stuff. Oh, this tank fight was very weird. You almost want to say you kind of want to bait the tank to kill a tank. Like, bait the P4 to kill an IS. Pretty sure that was an AT gun or something. I don't know what that was. I totally forget. So I want to say, like, I think one thing that I know, I want to find it. I don't know exactly where it's at. Okay, this is an awful position for your tank to be in, by the way. Not like, this is one of the, like, yeah, you have a little bit of cover here, but like, just stick to a building so you can back up and repair and reassess if you get shot. Like, if you get shot once, you're gonna die unless you're already moving. I'm pretty sure this tank does go down. Yeah, like, this tank peeks, realizes, like, it's a free kill. Yeah, like, that's just an easy kill for that IS. And they can just back up, repair if they have to. Probably have rep stations back there. Like, if you were back over here, like this would be a better position to be in. Because if that IS peaks, hits you once, you back up, repair, you live to see another day. Like, the main thing that a lot of comp tankers need to be in, you don't need to kill the other tank. You just need to be in the presence, because that makes the tanks be like, all right, I know that he's there. I can't peek him or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Same goes with infantry. As long as you're like a threat, like, you'll be fine. And I'm going to actually, I have a good example to show you guys of what I'm exactly talking about. It was actually in the RZN game that I casted for whatever division, D6. I want to find that clip. I really wish I would have clipped this before. God, I should have fucking clipped this before. I hate myself for not clipping it before. Yeah, like right here. Like, this is this is a smart play by DBD. Like, this is a very smart play, because I think he does start to get hit in the ass. Yeah, like right here. Like this is I think he hit in the ass once, but like what this recon tank should have done is, as long as you're a threat to this heavy tank. Can I speed this up? Christ. Like, as long as you're like a threat to this tiger, like this tiger gets fucking fumed. This is like an angry tiger. Like, if this recon tank just sits back here and just like runs circles, maybe dips off this way and then comes all the way around to kill him, or just as long as like this recon's a presence, this tiger gets fucking scared because he's like what, 2 shots from a rocket from getting killed. Makes a questionable play right here. Like, that's a questionable play. Good shot by him, but still, like is if that Greyhound just stayed, alive, like it just makes like that crew think, and your infantry can come in and support and maybe take it out, and that can turn like the tide of a battle like very quickly. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, like this is a rough spot for this tank to be in. Puma almost gets him, but then like he's surrounded by infantry. Like this is just, yeah. Probably got overpressured. But these things happen. I wish there was more options than ×2. But it is what it is. I want to go to the airhead and then we'll wrap up this game. I don't know what happened there. Something blew up. Yeah, and then once like OP started, I wish I can bring my map back out. There we are. Saw it for a second. Yeah, as soon as OP start getting your blue line back here, or even like back here or back here, like when that starts happening, it is very hard to establish any sort of line. Like this looks like dog shit for EXO to deal with. I'm gonna try to go to that in the game. I don't mean to talk down on you guys. I'm just trying to give some critical feedback. Like, look how much, like, this isn't really the exact time frame. It's 2 minutes apart, but like it still paints a picture. Like this, like not having like anything like along here. Oh god, here's here comes Athletes United, everybody. Here we go. Yes, Adam, we're gonna be talking about WRTB in about 5 minutes here, but we're talking about Division 1 matchup first. Like, yeah, you got this Gary lined up good, but other than that, like not having anything right here is kind of like rough because it's easier access, even though it's like in the middle of fucking nowhere. But like this is just like you're pushed so far back. You're just pushed so far back. And I kind of want to go to the airhead play towards the end, which this was a very lucky airhead too, I will say that. Yeah, like Crawley's OP, MVP of the last little bit there, but that being said, yeah, like this airhead should not have gotten off. I don't know what he was thinking. Hold on. How many seconds was that? We'll play this in real time. Oh, down for 1. Like this airhead should have been down like 2 times already. Like that should not happen, especially with no one else here. Like airhead here. The closest body is the commander and the heavy tank. Obviously there's 2 spawns, but still. I should clear that up. So 3 SLs. What I would do if you're the SLs here, like obviously 6 is going to collapse. You want to get like an OP down here preferably down one, like maybe somewhere on this side of the road. Like you want to cross this road and probably somewhere down over here if you're those 3 SLs. You don't want to just like fucking full send mid cap, which is kind of what happens here, but you know, you still want to like defend the airhead to some degree. You want to treat airheads like the garrison, like put OPs around it, but not on top of it. And now what you also want to do is reestablish a Gary here and then push off of this. So you, like, once the airhead goes down and goes away, like, you still want to maintain pressure from the ground that's, like, freed up. Yeah, it's like you do start capping it, and that's cool and all. Also, I think... Yeah, he gets the Gary down. Almost want to prefer Satchel here, but like hindsight's 2020. Charmy, what happened there was the strafing run came in first, but they put it this is what it comes down to map knowledge too when it comes to this kind of stuff. About that, I'll just play it at slower speed. So what happens here is he strafes north and south like that instead of this. He obviously, I don't think he knew that he put it behind a building, and what happens is the bullets won't kill you on the airhead when the building's right here. Like you'll see like the strafing run rounds come in, so you can see it like that. Like one almost hit him right here, but 2 hit right here would have killed him. But obviously the bombing run does kill him. Like that's just a little unfortunate on both ends. Like, yes, he probably would have killed him with the straight from run if he does it east-west, but, you know, I doubt the commander, Golden God, knew that there's probably a building right there. That just comes on the map knowledge to some degree. We now focus on yeah, I think they reestablished the Gary roughly in the same spot. Pearl King, Oopsie Daisy, really good OPs by those two. Kind of saved the game just to hold off this push. And then that's kind of the game. Like, yeah, they do reestablish a garrison down in that corner, but after that, that's kind of it. And then kind of 6 just walk off into the sunset. Yeah, that's 6 EXO. I'm just gonna double check something. What is everyone saying? Oh yeah, I got tagged for something else. Never mind. So now we're going on to WRTB and LEP, which is probably the more interesting game, in my opinion. WRTB has allies, LEP has Axis. I bet you I'll probably have some people leave, but LEP win this one, which is, I think, kind of a surprise, but I feel like LEP's a little bit of an underdog. I feel like people overlook them. Just because they're not quote-unquote a top-tier team. They still can put up a fight, as they do here. But I will show you guys how basically WRTB lost this. Yeah, I'll show you guys, like, what I put. If you're WRTB, don't go down the main road. I mean, you can for a little bit, but also this, like, chapel's over here. Because, like, for this point layout, like, this is... Oh, shit. This is, like, the sector. Right? That's the sector. I think... Wait, can I do something fancy? Can I, rectangle fill? Oh, look at that. I'm getting fancy. That's the sector. Can I make it a little bit smaller? There we are. Oh, my God. I'm dying. What? Why am I doing a circle? Rectangle. God, I'm like fucking bot. Like, if you're gonna drive your truck down, what am I doing? Pencil. There we are. You're gonna drive your truck down here and then maybe like slightly go up like that. That just wastes time. Preferably you drive your truck like to here and then just go straight. Going straight is faster than like doing this and then turning up. You're just gonna lose a few extra critical seconds. I just don't agree with like basically doing that is what they do. And also, if you just put your recon tank right here, just aimed at this road, they would have killed that entire truck. Because you want to control like these buildings on Utah, especially with grounded fields. You always want to like control like this set of buildings. Who is in his fucking... Go back to that. Because watch where they go. Like, I don't agree with this truck route. Because, like, right at that set of bushes, I would have gone up. Because, like, you can just have your recon tank on the road, and as soon as he passes this building, that truck just gets killed. Obviously, there's not a lot of people in it. They probably put garrisons down on defense. But, you know, that would have killed maybe in, like, an SL or two. Drowned? I don't know. But this is like an okay cap from WRTB. Black Maid playing aggressive. Not too much by Grandma's. Obviously, LEP's going to be a little bit late to the party. That's just how this point works. Don't know where that rocket went. Don't know where that rocket's going. Now they have Dylan commanding. But, like, I don't understand how LEP somehow gets in towards hard cap. Like, you should have people watching these lanes of where they're going to be coming in from. As well as, I don't get why this Stewart is in this position. This is, like, especially with people, like, 2 SLs behind him still, too. Like, I don't... That's just kind of a waste of a Lux, in my opinion. I just gotta rewatch this. I'll probably watch more of this in the 6th game just because I haven't seen too much of this game. I watched a little bit of it before I started this. Again, this is like the hard cap right here. I will say, I have to go back to the map, but I'm pretty sure like right up here is like the cutoff. I want to say that's roughly the cutoff for this sector. So like, these 10 guys or so aren't in hard cap whatsoever. And that's actually going to bite WRTB in the butt. Is that Stewart dead? Well, Lux died. But again, LEP having control down here is huge. Like, that's a huge win by having that. Like, obviously, they're going to be pretty heavy down here as opposed to, like, hard cap and everything else. But just by hard cap, you don't need hard cap to cap a point. You just need maybe like 5 bodies in there to sway a cap. Comes Don Gotti. Missing a whole clip and then dies. That's kind of rough. Yeah, like having this dude is so huge for LEP. Especially like 8 minutes in, like... I would pull up the Legion 6. Actually, I think I have that pulled up. I do have it pulled up. What time is this in the match? It's an hour or like a half hour in. We'll come back to this when it gets to that point. I know all the 6 guys are probably pissed off that I'm looking at this map right now. But we'll come back to this in a second. I'm not questioning this tank because he does kill the enemy P4, so that's huge for him. Like, LEP is having, like, a very good, like, line, dude. Like, I wish I can show more on screen, but, like, they have a good line. Like, I would say, like, 95% of their team is in the red zone right now for them. Putting a lot of WRTB on their heels. And like... Oh, I actually never saw this Gary layout. Okay. I do agree with this Hill 5 one. People always place a Gary like behind that house. That gets already the shit and everyone expects it. So I agree with the Hill 5 Gary on Hill 5 itself in this situation. With Hill 5 being the next point, obviously. If it was like offset like up to here or God forbid down here, then I would maybe put it behind the house, but like it's up to the teams. No Gary on point, which is weird. And I'm not sure why P Squad has no garrison up there. This Gary honestly shouldn't exist because you want a Grandma's Gary instead. That would have a Gary like somewhere around point, somewhere around Grandma's, and somewhere where P Squad is up there. This Gary's kind of like messing up WRTB's layout. And then obviously eventually get one down here, or you can even put one down here and be fine just for some sort of like attack towards where they're trying to get to. Because like LEP has all this control, dude. And that's what they need. That's what you need to get Chapel. You need that southern control. Obviously, WRTB's fighting over it, but only one LP between Drowned and that Gary. That's not good. Gonna skip a little bit forward. Again, like they have 4 LPs above Chapel. Where's the extra D coming from? Awake? Wait. It shows how to properly defend the point. I mean, the easiest way to defend Chapel. I mean, Chapel can be a rough point to defend, but like you need something up here in the north, like a Gary on there. Like this Gary, I hate to say it, this is not a good Gary. Like, yeah, it's a lawn burn Gary, but I just don't like it because it fucks up everything around Chapel. Like, you can't place the on-point Gary because of this Gary right here. Or maybe Hill 5 is fucking it up too, or this one in the south. But, like, this one's messing up the whole Gary layout, like, around Chapel. Like, you have to place it... Yeah, like, I think these are actually... Both these are fucking up the on-point Gary at Chapel, now I think about it. Is it? Not entirely sure. I can't really fucking zoom in, but... Sorry for swearing, by the way. But they need a garrison right there. But like the best place to put that Gary, like the only place to put it is right there. I just don't get why there's nothing up here in the north. And T Squad, you gotta build one near your OP. Honestly, a Gary in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of a field, is better than no Gary at all. Unless it fucks up the layout. I don't know how LEP has all these guys right here. I'm gonna be completely honest. LEP starting to flicker the point, and this is still 15 minutes into the game. It finally goes down, or something, or the P4 goes down to 76, I assume. But again, the southern pressure from LEP is just like huge from them. Like, it doesn't look like that bad, but like obviously admin can. Like, finally they have a garrison down here. T Squad needs to push up, support C and D. C and D, your OPs are way too close together. Obviously there's no on point Gary because this Gary's a little bit too close to Chapel. Probably should be down towards here. And again, can't have anything at Grandma's because this Gary is making life difficult. K Squad should have built one back here then. Like, Gary here and move this one down here. That's what I would say. Obviously, like I said, one's better than none, but I don't want to pick on Gary layout too much. But that one on the blue line, that lawn burn one, is so annoying, or the commander built one as people call it. And LEP having presence up in the north is huge for them. Like, if they could, I think, I'll go back to the Legion 6 game from Summit in a bit. I'm just gonna speed past this a little bit. This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. Because there's just empty spots right here, dude. It's just weird. I don't know if anybody's there. We'll see in a bit, but like, it's just a huge gap. It's so weird to see. Like, a huge gap right here, huge gap right here. Like it's just weird to see. Oh, okay, I understand now. Oh, there's 4 spawn points within like 20 meters right here, and there's like 5 spawn points within 100 here. Obviously, F is going to be real to Gary, but I don't think anybody casted the other side of this game. Did they? I don't think they did, so we really can't see LEP's side of things, see how they actually took the point. Nice little flyover. Obviously, he's gonna get strafed if he does. I think the strafe missed. Also, the direction your strafe does matter as well. I actually kind of fuck with this massive push in the north. I mean, Grandma's is fucking free, dude. There's just one guy up here. Like, there's no one else. Yeah, there's no one up there. Grandma's is probably the most important point in the game for Chapel and whatever fuck this point's called. WN4. I think it's called. Obviously, WRTB's recognizing that they need to control that, but Gusket is in. Hold on. Yeah, so Gusket just did a can I open this? How the fuck do I open this? Browser. So Gusket just sent me this. So this is like their Gary layout. You can't put one on Chapel, you can put one right there. Or right in the middle of the field right there. But even then, you're not gonna do that. LEP got slept on by now awake. Oh yeah, I know about maps like this. I don't feel like using that right now. I'm just going off the maps, but appreciate it. Yeah, so like that Gary layout is just fucked, dude, for them. I don't want to like bash on any teams because I like all of you, but like something like that, you just need to destroy the Gary if you built it and just like replace it like 20 meters away. Like they finally got one. Go back to that. Like they finally got one in the north up here. Thank God they finally got one at point. Like, see, they finally backed that one up. It just took probably a little bit too long. So they got their Gary situation situated to some degree. I don't really agree with a Garrison this close at Drowned. I would prefer one, honestly. Actually, I don't really know where. I always put one like back here. That's just my go-to spot. I guess that one's fine, to be honest. Okay, but whoever's commanding for WRTB, this is one thing I always pick apart commander plays. There's no point of putting that there, because unless you're taking Drowned fields, like even if you take Drowned fields, you're not going to get a blue zone Gary to 5-0 them. Like that just doesn't happen anymore unless you're going against a bad team, which is not going to happen unless there's a huge mismatch in the divisions. But the division format is working for TPL. So like I just don't agree with that. That's just a waste of supplies. Maybe they want to draw eyes off Drowned, which, you know, I do too. I will do something like this if I do command, especially like in pubs or even in comp games. I've done this before, so I can't hate too much on it. Drowned. I'm just gonna say drowned. Okay, I don't give a fuck. Like it just feels like a little bit of a waste of resources. Like depending on how, like they have, you know, 835 munitions, but rounded. But again, like Grandma's is not under their control still. Like that's a problem. I don't know what's going on. Oh my god. Yeah, like this is awful, dude, for WRTB. Like they're just coming in through this waterway. There should be an MG here just watching that. There should be an MG in this house just watching all this for crossfires. People should, like, you just can't lose Grandmas. Once you lose Grandmas, it just opens the door for the enemy. But like again, you can't really prioritize Grandmas too much because it's not in cap weight for this point. And they have the south too. Like, they're just slowly pinching WRTB into Chapel. I don't think they lose it yet. Well, they are starting to lose it, but I think this goes on for like a very long time where it's constantly contested. Is that a red zone, Gary? Open up your map again. Why? Is there a red zone, Gary? I mean, it's working, but it should be probably more back here. Like, this Gary should be back there. I kind of like how they're gonna like retreat back, but like they don't have anything right here. You know, LEP basically have full control of, I would say, the E6 sector, majority control of F6, and they probably have more bodies than WRTB does in E5, so it's just all hard cap. And again, you cannot rely on hard cap. Like, they have 2 Garys down here, which is fine, but at the same time, you have nothing between this E7, 8 Gary and Chapel. Like, that's just, you know, 600 meters of free roam that LEP can do without being detected. Skip a little bit more. 50's trying his best on the beach. It dies somehow. So this is a little bit better, but everything's still lit up. Like, again, 2 OPs stacked on top of each other. Have one of these OPs get put down to here. Have T's OP get put right here. Like, they just need to spread their OPs. Like, this right here, the IOP and the garrison is fine, because you know that there's someone between probably this garrison and this OP, or he's over here. Like, you can triangulate where someone is, like, in that sector. So, like, that's okay. Obviously, this tank's engaging this OP, but, like, you can easily triangulate where someone is, basically like that. So, like, they know someone has to be within that sector, or maybe there's someone, like, up here and, like, down here. Like, that's obviously a possibility, too. It's starting to look like a pub lobby. But, like, you can kind of see what I'm talking about, though. Like, LEP is just backdooring them, and they have guys just kind of running around. Like, good on LEP for, you know, getting pressure from the back and taking out some back lines. You just need to respond to that. And now they're going to come out with a frontal push and, like, completely, like, choke everybody in. I don't think they cap right here, which they don't. WRTB does recover. Again, I didn't watch this game in full, so I can't really speak of what's happening between every single aspect of every single second of a game. Party just slamming the fuck out of the on-point Gary. But again, like, I don't really like this garrison on the red-blue line. It's probably behind a hedge, but it's better to have the swap out this garrison with, like, Jay's OP back here. It's just better. It just is. And then obviously have one by the supply. Probably have one, like, by the supply box and one down here. Or something like that. You know. I don't want to nitpick Gary's too much. I should really stop doing that. But also you have, like, I don't know where P-Squad's probably Sapper. They have way too many people in the back line. This truck's probably going to reestablish some Gary down here in the south, which I have to imagine. And this is a good play by Didi here. Shooting one rocket, pissing off this tank. Finally dropping supplies by grandmas. Hopefully they establish the garrison there. I'm just gonna speed this one up. Yeah, and this is what I mean. Like, if WRTB had a garrison back here, then they actually, like, I think, hopefully, like, he goes back to his map in a second. I doubt it. But solo tank, I assume it's a solo recon or light. It's a light. WRTB doing a good job here, getting some good pressure. Makes LEP respawn. What a fucking ricochet. Holy hell. Is that an airhead? No, it's an OP. Fish sticks OP. That's a good OP. But at the same time now, like while that's all going on, you lose grandma's account. Like, everybody, it just seems like you're everywhere, but you're not there. It's weird. It's kind of weird how this game played out for WRTB and LEP. To see what also happens that people don't recognize is, you know, you have SLs that spawn and go back up north to go into hard cap. That's not necessarily how you want to play it unless you have absolutely fucking nothing up here. Like, if WRTB had no OPs or garrisons in the sector, yeah, it would make sense for, like, Don Gotti and all them to, like, you know, push back up in the north. But you're going to get crossfired by Black, Jen, I don't know how to pronounce his name. It's like that, those little things also count too. But I think WTB does make a recovery here, which they do. And they are starting to get a fucking good cap. The garrison back over here, paying dividends. I think you have way too many people on this island. This is like the one point where you actually kind of need to go in the hard cap. Okay. If you don't get Drowned Fields here, you are completely fucked for the rest of the game. Well, at least for Chapel. Well, I wouldn't say for the rest of the game, but you're kind of fucked going forward if LEP recovers. Like, there's no on point garrison. You also need one up here too if you're attacked around it, just so you have some sort of like infantry crossfire. H squad's in a good position because he's holding. H squad has the best OP on this entire map right now because he's in between Drowned and Chapel. That's like the best position he could be in because he can go back up here, take out a garrison, or support the north, obviously. If guys come down here, he can go and hit that, or you can go and help and attack Drowned. This OP's in the best position it could be in right now. What Leb wants? Yeah, I know, I saw that. Leave me alone. Fuck off. Fuck you, Leb. But, like, again, don't run... Look at all these SLs, dude. Oh my god. No, don't do this. Don't do this. Back. Bring out your map again. If you're all these SLs, go north. Go north. Have two of you guys go north and push north. Because you're just going to run across the field and die. There's also a tiger coming, so you're going to die anyways. Like, obviously, LEP, you know, is going to fully reset here. Like, as soon as it gets to this point, stop spawning on the Gary, just spawn on the few OPs, and then reset your defense. Because your defense is getting fucked. Because these four guys all on hard cap. See, this is what I mean. Like, these... Like, there's four guys in the sector, 3 in hard cap. Wolf Creek's about to go on hard cap too. But, like, you know, this forces WRTB to be like, oh shit, we gotta go back on defense now. forward. WRTB get their gearing network back up. Because now they're kind of bottled back in, like how they've just been always bottled in this game. Okay, this is a little bit better. I'm assuming C or J is going to try to set up something. Well, J's running away, so that's not going to happen. Hopefully C does something down here. I assume S has a ping on a garrison. P, I don't really like these lawn flanks. Take the truck instead and go all the way around if you're going to do that. This just feels like a little bit too long of a flank. If you're going to do that, hopefully you're not, no one's in your squad P, whoever was P squad this match. This is okay, but at the same time, like they just have the north and the south. When is shit go? Oh, this is when shit goes south for WRTB. I kind of want to watch this whole sequence. Okay. LEP is just kind of walking in the point. Okay, Chris's stream kind of crashed for me for a second there. It froze. I just think battle P placement right here is kind of why WRTB lost, in my opinion. I just think the spawn placement was poor by WRTB this game. I mean that constructively if they're watching this back. Like, LEP is just walking in the point, dude. K9 goes down. Garrison Drunky goes down. Larry goes down, gets his OP burned. 7, the only guy in point. Apache Garrison trying to come back. Gets killed because he's running through a field. Like, it's just... Yeah, and then his OP is just right on the hard point. Like, you see it... Like, you saw it on the flare, dude. You'll see it on the flare when it gets popped. Like, that's an OP spawn. These guys have to just push straight up. Clear this OP, like, market. Like, this Gary network is actually good. Obviously, there's nothing on point, but I think this is where they lose. No, they don't. Do they lose it here? A lot of LEP guys. Are they out of hard cap? I think there might be out of hard cap. I'm not sure. I don't know. Like, LEP just fucking sending it. Don't know where WRTB Arty is. Maybe that's it right there. LEP Arty putting in work. It's probably LEP Arty. I actually have no idea, but... Like, huge spawn in this Gary. That's too little too late. And at this point, make sure everyone resets their OPs. But I don't know if we'll see that in the map. Puma from behind, taking out a medium. Takes it out. But then immediately dies. Just a little bit bad timing for WRTB there. Hold on, did they just set up a red zone? They do. It's going to immediately go red. K and J, and I guess M and D. Only people that reset their OPs. Interesting. That garrison's going to be locked out. It's just kind of weird how they lost that point. LEP just kind of just walked in, like, through this waterway, put on a little P right here, then walked in, and same right here, they just kind of walked in. Like, just weird. Rob kills them all right there. I don't know why this tank is just arriving through. I think they're just obviously trying to get a recap going. They have a strong recap presence. Didn't really let LEP establish anything, but I would prefer a tank just to sit right here. Like, what they need to do, just have your heavy just sit right here. Just have your heavy just sit right here on this point right here. And then, like, have, like, an MG right here firing the point. Have some guys, you know, cover this flank. And just have your infantry just walk up in here. Super Bowl halftime power rankings one. Jesus Christ. That was actually not a bad halftime show. That, like, there was more meaning behind it than just like rap music. That's why I thought it was like a 7.5 out of 10, 8 out of 10. Leaning towards more 8 than 7.5, but the volume just seemed low. Holy fuck, look at all these LEP guys. Like, this tank's in a decent position, but he's also hurt. I'm not sure what the fuck is going on. What is this? Why is there a Tiger and a fucking 76 right here? Dude. They just not see each other? I think the Tiger might see, or the 76 might see the Tiger. No, he does not. He's just going his back line. This is an absolute shit show, by the way, right here. This is rough. What is going on, dude? Where did the 7? Oh, there's the 76. I kind of see it. But now, like, fucking massive Gary spawn. I feel like WRTB need a flare guy. Just keep spamming flares on the point. Good kill from the 76. I don't know how he got behind them, but he did. A 76 has to see the garrison, or does he die to a satchel? Yep, dies to the satchel. I don't know if he kills the Gary. That would have been a big play. But again, there's no garrison up here. This garrison, see, this is what I don't get. This you should never build a garrison like within probably 300 meters, like in a red zone garrison. Never build it 300 meters in the red zone of a hard cap. This garrison needs to go somewhere up there in the north, like farther up north. If you're gonna build a Gary in the south, probably build it somewhere south of this road. Like this garrison is useless, like 100% useless. It's just gonna be red the entire time. Because the garrison's like right here or something like that. This is easily 100 meters. Earthquake confirmed 100% H-Rap. Dude, I have like, I'm not gonna show it on my stream, but like I have like 20 rap playlists. I listen to all music. LEP, Ian Smart. Also, whoever squad casters join, kick them out of your squad when they spawn in the admin cam. Please. It just saves everybody a hassle in the future. LEP just surrounding Hill 5 now. What I mean, garrison 100% useless up here. It's gonna be red. This garrison's fine just for recon and sappers to reset. I'm totally fine with that. Definitely need a defensive Gary up in the north. Honestly, a garrison up here wouldn't be bad either, and obviously one red-blue line. But again, don't want to pick on garrisons too much. I'm gonna do it anyways. I really don't care. Also, I didn't catch it on stream, but stop with the fucking bomb and run airheads. Like everybody. Like obviously it's gonna be a last ditch in the last like 20 minutes or so of a game. But like It's just so expected nowadays. Like, it worked for EXO. I know it worked for WRTB, or WT tried it earlier in this match. I don't think we saw it on stream, but it's just not what it used to be. Everyone just expects it nowadays. Like, you gotta get creative with the airhead nowadays. Parts needs to put down a satchel just anywhere. That Black Man's an auto rifleman. I think Black Man should have been probably Assault's kind of shit. Never mind. A lot of LEP behind them, dude. Holy fuck. LEP is doing a good job though, just fucking harassing WRTB. Jesus Christ. I didn't really expect it, like, this is how the game went. But like, see, they have nothing to spawn in the north, and LEP's just kind of just waltzing in the point. Adam Lee's in a wake stream. What, dude? I would get canceled off of YouTube if Adam came on my streams. I would totally love it, and it would be an amazing stream. But like, it would just turn into like HLE ranting. Love you, Adam, but you know it's true too. Okay. Jesus Christ. Well, this 2x speed does not help this camera. But WRTV about to cap this point back, maybe? Dude, dude, if you're WRTB, fucking send the house, bro. Fucking send the house. Oh my god, everyone's just dying, dude. You have to send the house. Finally, my question to WRTB, I don't know if there was like a map. I don't know if anybody of these guys move LPs because this is like a minute later. Have a good night, Adam. I don't know if like any of these OPs switched, but if there was an OP, like a two, like this is like the one time you want to stack OPs is like when you're in a cap situation like this. Just send like your fucking, like, send everybody on those OPs. Get the cap, get in the hard cap. But at the same time, oh, someone got cooked. Like, all of LEP spawning right here. Like, this is the problem. This is what I say is a problem with teams. They get so tunnel vision, like, oh shit, I gotta get into the hard cap. Right? But look at Puff Puff Pass, Forge, Jor Lucas, all running to the hard cap. Where's LEP coming from? The entire south. I mean, yeah, they have some people in the north. They hear gunfire, so they want to go up there and, you know, get some kills to help the cap. But, like, they're running away from all of LEP. Obviously, I'm just going to call him Van. He dies, probably calls out there's people in the south coming up. But, like, look at, dude. Like, all of LEP is coming. You see Kev, Ronin spawn. They immediately die in the OP because no one's challenging these guys. And then Parts die. Shifty's going to die right here in a second, probably. Yep, he does die. It just becomes like a slow death from that push. Like, if you had an MG right here where Mick is just firing in this lane and then firing right here in this lane, like, dude, like, LEP will not cap that if you have an MG. Like, Grant, or like, even if you have like a tank. Like, it's just an easy reset for them. Are they gonna burn this OP? Okay, good. Like, dude, like this hurt to see, dude. Like, if Puff Puff Pass, like, instead of going this way, he went this way, he probably would have got maybe 2 kills and died, but it would have alerted more people to be like, hey, a fuck ton of people are coming from the south. Let's focus our attention there. Maybe Artie shifts over here, starts hitting like this right here, or maybe somewhere right here, or probably over here. Like, it gets more like action over here. It gets some more deaths, more eyes. It will turn out to be more kills in the future. But I mean, they also have a spawn up here in the north, which, you know, Reaper's probably gonna call out too. But like, that is kind of how LEP holds on to win this game. Like, see, now they have control down here, which, you know, Like I said, you got to get control of the South. No matter what faction you are, you need control of the South. I need to go back to... I hope like the map gets shown in a second, but it's going to be kind of off-centered. Fast forward to it. Maybe I probably just skipped it. There it is. Like, you don't have control of anything right here. Like, that's just a recipe for disaster. At this point, like, 15 minutes left. Go for broke. If you lose 4-1, you lose 4-1. You'd rather go for the win than the loss, but they had a Gary like down here, and all ran from it and recovered. I think the bombing run might be... No, it already went. Never mind. Nope, it's going right now. Oh, it's a LEP bombing run. Kind of just... Now LEP is starting to have more control of everything. This is just rough, dude. Like, there's still no garrison up here in the north. Like, what's going on in the north, WRTB? What's, like... Get something in the north. You can get, like, more eyes up in the north. Get some MGs, some more crossfires. There's a building you can easily look towards Chapel in this section right there. At this point, P-Squad, you gotta move your OP closer. You can't have your OP all the way down here. There's no point if you're having OP. It's, 10 minutes to go. Essentially 8 minutes to go in the match. You got to go for broke. A lot of defensive OPs, understandable. They're getting, pretty heated on defense too. Whoever played backline for LEP probably was the MVP of this match. Hopefully I don't get a copyright claim with music. Yeah, it's just kind of like a sad grind. I mean, this is the part of the game where it's like you just throw everything you can at the front door and see if it works, but does this mean for they would, to get relegated, I think you have to finish last, but since both, I have no idea how relegations work. I don't feel like any team from D1 or D2 should drop in division. I think the winner of D2, or no division of D1 and D2 should get dropped, but the winners of D2 and D3 should all obviously move up, so we have 6 teams in each division. So I don't think there should be relegations this season. I have no idea if that works. Because now I think WRTB has to lose out, or they have to... It's basically whoever finishes last gets relegated, but I don't know how it all works. Yeah, like, this is just last second desperation. Also, if you're in this situation, and I mean, this is kind of a free front door for WRTB. This is the point where you do the dumbest airhead, but it sometimes works. You plop it somewhere in the top. Not really. I was gonna say you put an airhead right here and then put smoke already on it, and then just fucking run into the church. The reason why you want to do that is if it's right here, it's easier for the enemy to destroy it. With this, they honestly would need to RD the airhead, shoot a rocket at it, or get a good grenade. But if you have guys just like fucking firing upon here, it's gonna be hard to kill that airhead. Like, airheads in odd spots do work if you have good team cohesion with it. Like, WRTB has a good push coming right now, but like, there should be an MG right here for WRTB. Just looking at this field, at this line, Tiger probably should have an MG right here. Sal, MG right here. Dude, how many okay, let's look. There's one MG right here. And that's it. Play MG's teams. I understand the Russians are kind of shit, so MG's kind of rough with that faction. Same with British, but you know, suppression is suppression. You're a threat. You're a threat. Kind of GG's though. I don't think I made the 6 comparison. Oh, see, this is way too late of an airhead. I don't know if they had cooldown issues or if it was supply issues, but this is just way too late of an airhead. Obviously, Artie's coming down, but like I said, like if they do it, you know, 4 minutes like before, they have at least some people to defend it to some degree. But it just becomes too much of an issue. I'm actually gonna go back to around this mark, actually. I'm just gonna compare and contrast this summit game once his map is brought back out again. Okay, I don't know where the fuck this map is at. Okay, we're just gonna do right here. Okay. That and that. This is obviously the 6 side. Just look at how much space Legion has, dude, to work with. They got all of this. And this is only, I think, a half hour into the game. But like, dude, like this is how you play Drowned Fields, Chapel Point, when you're allies. Like you have to play like this. Like prioritizing this south area for LEP was so big. If you go to this, like obviously this is the other side, so like we don't see what LEP has as far as layouts and everything. Like they could have a Gary up here, they could have a Gary like down here, right here, and that's about it that they have, and they're just kind of like walking past WRTB, which is maybe the case. I have no idea. But it's just, you know, there's such a difference between like these two games. And but yeah, that's gonna do it for me tonight. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you're still here. I have no idea how many people are watching. Find out. It's your name on stream. What am I doing? Yeah, KRC needs to come back to TPL. It would suck not to see them. Oh, we have 20 live viewers. Look at that, everybody. That's more than I thought. I'm thinking I'm gonna get like 5, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, especially the EXO 6 WRTB and LEP players if they do watch this back. I'm gonna do more of I think I'm gonna do this more than power rankings. Like I'll probably combine this with power rankings and just release at the end. I'm just not doing power rankings this weekend this week just because like only like 5 games were played this weekend. It was just at 30 until a few minutes ago. Yeah, I mean, it was towards the end of the game. Like, I expected it to dip. Like, I don't really care. I just want to do it because, like, you guys seem to enjoy it. I want to do it for other teams as well. Obviously, I'm going to be covering the matches that I do just because I have, you know, in the moment, I want to talk about some things, but I also don't want to, like, talk more in depth about them. But, yeah, I'll probably do a few other games as well for, like, the lower, like, divisions. Like D5 and lower. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me, everybody. I hope you guys have a good night. Have a good night's sleep if you're American, and if you're an Australian person. I don't know what time of day it is for you, but good morning or good afternoon. I don't know, but yeah, that's gonna do it for me, guys. Have a good night. See you later.